I was watching one of your videos where there's this person who listened to what Flint Dibble said about Graham Hancock and Atlantis and connecting Atlantis to white supremacy. And she made the most distorted statement that's saying that people of color were not capable, that this is the argument of the people that support Atlantis, people of color were not capable of that sort of civilization, which literally no one has ever said. Because everybody, especially the people that believe that that area of sub-Saharan Africa, the Richat, Richat, how do you say it?
I think it's Richat.
Richat Structure, that is Egypt, or that is rather Atlantis. That is literally in Africa. So who the f do you think built it? Like, if you're talking about the pyramids, no one is saying Europeans came to Africa and built the pyramids. No, the Africans built the pyramids. So none of this white supremacy thing makes any sense, because all these people are saying was, I think that this city in Africa was Atlantis. I think, which, if you're going to find an ancient civilization that is super advanced, wouldn't you think maybe it would be in an area around where there's for sure ancient advanced civilizations that made pyramids?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer thing.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
But what they do, this is where Flint is especially insidious. You know, I got along well with Flint and a bunch of other archaeologists for a long time. But I made a video that went into the details of how Ignatius Donnelly was not the guy who founded modern-day Atlantis hunting. And he did believe in some kind of Aryan first things, and he believed that other races weren't capable of innovating, and
but that's just one douchebag.
He was popular, but the thing is people that came before, they tried to make it out like Ignatius Donnelly and the guys that came before him both believed the Maya were they found one of them believed the Maya whooped the ass all the way over into India. He believed that the Maya were the Egyptians.
What?
Yeah. Augustus Le Plagnon is the one that believed the Maya whooped ass all over the world, and the other one was...
were the Mayas supposedly seafaring?
No. This is his...
It's just a wacky idea?
Charles Etienne de Brasil de Bourbourg. These are the two guys that they were the first ones to find like that Chocmol statue with the weird and the heart and the plate. It looks Egyptian. They were the ones that started seeing, they're the first ones to see the similarities between these things. And so they believed that, ancient Egypt is this technologically superior place. And here we've seen the same thing here with similar iconography. So I made a video explaining that this is the SAA, that the letter that the Society for American Archaeology wrote to Netflix to call Graham Hancock a racist, basically, not call him a racist, fuck you guys, it was wrong. It was erroneous. It contained false information. And I pointed that out, and eventually Flint's addressed it, and his argument was, well, it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal. We use the word comet, and Graham talks about a comet, and this other guy didn't, and it doesn't really matter because so many white supremacists believe this anyway. And it was just like, at that point, I was kind of like, okay, this isn't science anymore. And then I watched him do that waffle and bullshit here where he did it with when you were pushing him on it, and he's like, no, I didn't say that. Well, yeah, I said that. Well, no, I didn't say it. And I was just, all right, dude, no, I'm going to drag you for this.
There's too many people that are used to being in a position of authority where they're never questioned like that. And they can say that in front of a class, or they can say that in front of colleagues, and nobody pushes back. And then there's also this problem with leftist ideology where if there is some sort of a history at any point in time of white supremacy, like that Ignatius Donnelly guy, like, you have to connect even everything attached to the theories of this advanced city, this advanced lost civilization. You have to attach it to white supremacy, or you are a racist, or you're enabling, or you're dog whistling, which is my favorite. Dog whistling is my...
It's insane.
Oh, I hear racism.
I hear racism. Got him, do a lynching.
It's just, it's so dumb because, listen, if you have a place like Egypt, that's way crazier than Atlantis. You already have a place that's fucking insane.
Yes.
That's way crazier. Because whatever Atlantis had, it didn't survive whatever that... If that Richat structure, if that's really where it is, and it was impacted by the Great Flood, by the end of the Younger Dryas, the impact theory, the water from all the polar caps rushes through and destroys everything, and giant tsunamis everywhere because of the global cataclysm. Okay, it wasn't as good because if that's the pyramids are still standing, so that all that happened at the same time the pyramids too.
Yeah.
So that what you're saying, if you really believe all that, is that the pyramids were way more advanced than Atlantis, and believing in Atlantis is crazy.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
And it's white supremacy, even though it's in the same part of the fucking world.
Help
me out.
It's always basically, no matter what, they're always going to find a way to not just dismiss it. They're going to poo-poo it. They're going to that's not an underwater mummy. That doesn't look like a tool to me.
Yeah.
It's just this poo-poo attitude that really it does them a huge disservice.